Hi guys, welcome back to Mums and Melanin. I'm Debbie.
I'm Takoni.
I'm Skumba.
And I'm Ayola.
And if you haven't already, we need you to subscribe. That part. The word didn't come out, but we know what I mean, innit? But also, thank you. If you didn't know, we got 1,000 subscribers, guys. So let's just keep pushing and going, and let's be focusing on our focus. So today's topic is about what we were taught growing up and what we should have been taught growing up. The difference is interesting. I don't know, what do you guys think? What are some things that we were taught?
Yeah, well, I think I was taught maths. So in maths, we did algebra.
I'm seeing where this is going. I'm seeing where it's going.
So we were taught all the math stuff, numbers, all that fun stuff. But we weren't taught anything about personal finance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think budgeting would have helped. One year 9 session could have done something. It could have really saved me when I got student loan. Do you know what I mean? So,
money management.
Yeah, it could have added that into maths, and it would have made it a bit more fun and practical. And do you know what I mean? It would have brought a bit of real life to the maths lesson. So I think that would be a good aspect as well.
Do you guys ever remember, what was that subject? PHSC?
Yeah.
What was that?
Like
Anything.
homeroom,
It was everything.
But it was nothing.
It was nothing.
It was actually nothing.
Oh,
I
it
couldn't
was
remember.
PSME.
I think mine was different, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just personal, social.
And it was nothing.
It was just fair,
I don't think I learned anything in those
But
lessons.
then
I'm sure we used it to catch up on homework.
Yeah, that session there, because they still do it now. And it can be utilised for like things like, okay, so who knows what a mortgage is?
Life skills.
Who knows what a credit card is? You know, like things that will actually benefit the young going into wider society. Because I promise you, I had a child at 18 and I stepped into life and life was lifing. Because what is, okay, Ghana, you need to sign up. Sign who? I have to sign the child, or you don't know that she was born, or what? And I have to go and fill in form to go and fill in another form to tell the world that I have a child.
So you can fill out forms.
Just literally things like that.
Yeah, form is true. Use black ink, capital
Yeah, it's so and the moment you become an adult, it's like a process.
fast.
Yeah. It really comes at you. So things like that are really important, I think.
Even like subjects like design technology and what's that other one? Cooking and all that stuff.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I know what you're gonna say. I
in
get
the
it.
cooking,
Go on.
we learned how to make pizzas and but like the basic, learn how to make egg, a sausage, a
you're
rice.
saying
Yeah,
let's
you're not
it
lying.
Basic, like it wasn't
Life
teaching
skills.
basic skills. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like even about temperature on food, like how to boil an egg.
Temperatures is true, because the right way to cook
Quite
it,
interesting, yeah.
that would be
Food.
very helpful.
Yeah.
When not to reheat, you can't reheat.
That's
Like
true.
luckily, some of us were taught this by our parents at home.
Yeah.
But I think if we're teaching in school, let's teach it, because some
Yeah.
kids aren't listening to this at,
No,
at
it's
home.
true.
Like at home, they're dealing with all other dramas. You don't know what's happening at home. So that's what comes to mind, because there's some real basic skills.
What were you gonna say about DT? You mentioned DT as well.
Design. We learned how to sew. That was actually quite handy.
Yeah.
It was actually quite handy. At least needle and thread work.
Yeah.
It's not enough though.
It's not as a life skill. They're not teaching them as life skills, isn't it?
It's not like an actual long term, unless you decide to take it forward as a subject in your life.
Yeah.
They're giving you like one term of sewing and it's all crammed into one. And then if you've got the basics, great. If you don't, all right.
Yeah.
Then move on.
That's
If you ain't got it,
It's true.
That's it.
No one's waiting for you.
It's true. Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, IT, my skills were lacking, boy, anyway. Yeah.
IT, the way that
Yeah, it just went by so quickly. I just remember we had to design like a magazine cover, and I don't think I really, and before I knew it, I was in the
You couldn't grasp it by the time they moved on. Yeah.
So, and I didn't have a computer at home. I'm sure that didn't help. So,
I remember my mum paid for me to for Saturday, on every Saturday, and this is the reason why I hate donuts, because every Saturday I used to go to some Nigerian lady who had like a computer school, and so she was teaching us basic like typing skills.
Yeah.
And my mum paid for this, and they used to only give us donuts for lunch. And I just,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was just too much.
How long was the school for?
It was like for 3 hours.
And they fed you just donuts.
Just donuts.
But it's a snack, innit?
but that sounds wrong.
It was
Kids,
bad.
it's bad.
Like you have your breakfast
But
at
that's
home.
back
Remember
then,
it's
guys.
like
Don't
maybe
forget.
like 10 till 1 or something, and then
Yeah.
in between you have a break and you just eat donuts every single week.
Yeah, but I think you have to take into consideration the time of this. No, it's true.
A meal
Because
is a meal.
Sandwiches.
Guys.
I mean, what is it?
do you know how much I'm paying for that class? If you want to pay for it now for your child, do you know how much you'll be paying if you want gourmet lunch?
But back
I don't
then,
know
Let's
how
be
much
serious.
back then.
It wasn't like that. It's
They
true.
could have acted like they're not providing a lunch.
Can I be honest? Yeah,
lunch.
Yeah, they could have done that. They could have.
I
It's
need
true.
to
You're not lying. They could have
ask
done
my mum
that.
how much she used to pay, because I can't remember how much she used
Yeah,
to
because I'm pretty
pay.
sure it wasn't that much. That's what I'm saying. So
for sure.
even that donut, she probably thinks she's doing well by you guys because
Maybe.
it wasn't a lot. It wouldn't have been.
Maybe.
By the time she pays her overheads and everything else, you people now want rice and stew on top of it.
But we had there was this program, I can't remember what it was called, but you had to like type the letter as it was coming on the screen, like, you know,
So
speed
teach you to
typing,
touch
then
type and
how to
stuff.
touch type without
That's
looking
so
at
good.
the keyboard.
Are you good at it now?
Do you know what? I'm not amazing, but I can.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
do
I'm
it.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was really good. And if they did that in IT in school, so it's like the basics.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
Things that you actually
making
need.
a post and all that stuff. Yeah, amazing. But let's learn how to actually touch type,
Back to
typing without looking at the keyboard,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Knowing the position of
Yeah.
the letters and all that.
Those will help
That was
you
really
with a
handy.
job. It's life
Yeah,
skills.
they're life skills. They
Let's
are.
bring the top subjects back to
Yeah.
how they can apply in life.
Yeah.
In saying that, I know you guys always joke about the sex stuff here, but I do feel like it could be better. Do you understand? There's no point.
What could
No,
be
it's
better?
true. Sex ed in school. Obviously, I went to school a while ago.
Yeah.
But like the biological stuff, yeah, it's good. But actually, like consent, actually, like
But they're
what
teaching
sexual
that now,
assault is.
and
They are
that's what's
teaching
brought back
When I was
an
in school, they
uproar.
didn't teach you that
When we
also.
when we were in
consent is
school,
true.
but then it's the problem still remains the same. Whether it's then or whether it's now, it's whether or not the parent wants their child to be taught that, and
Yes.
who they deem the correct person to teach their child
That's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
So someone that's following the curriculum, okay, today we need to teach them about consent. No means no. You know, like there's no, what does it mean to them? They're telling you, okay, no means no. Somebody says no, you don't do it. Is what it is. They're
Who's
doing their
this,
job.
the teacher?
The teacher, yeah.
Oh.
But as your parent, it's gonna be a bit more in depth, right? You're gonna care more about how they receive that information as opposed to whether or not it's a tick box. Have I taught them about consent? Yes. Have I taught them about the body parts? Yes. Do they know what happens when your puberty comes into play? Yes.
No, but
it's not
I
really.
feel like all these topics
changing
you've
your
mentioned,
mind,
parents
even.
could teach it, but parents don't.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So I'm saying we need it covered in schools for that just in case. Do you understand? Obviously, parents can opt in. I get it, like sex
Yeah.
and touch.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the ones that do opt in, this should be what their child is learning as well as the other things.
okay.
So I didn't know they were teaching it now.
Yeah,
but I just
yeah.
feel like that as well as the other life skill topics, like because again, you could teach your child finance and budgeting at home, but not everybody does. So I think
Yeah.
having that school, it's just
And it's also having the knowledge
it
yourself.
just brings it.
Because
Yeah,
if
of
you
course.
yourself don't know about finance.
Yeah.
and
Of
budgeting.
course. So it just helps to even it out, I guess, for the generations to come. But yeah, I think that would have been a good topic.
What about like obviously they do topics on relationships and being in a relationship and what marriage looks like. We touched on it in like RE.
I don't even remember touching on
Did
that.
you not?
Uh-huh.
In RE we would always used to talk about relationships and
No.
Maybe, but then don't forget we went to a Catholic school.
I went to
So
Catholic school
again, like I remember
Yeah,
it
mine
kind
was
of
touching
being,
England, but-
it being spoken about, but
yeah, in
I
passing. It
remember
wasn't really
in
touched on in depth. Yeah.
But yeah, I think,
I
so,
think that would be good.
as well.
People
Yeah,
go
I
into
think
relationships
so.
and don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and I think you can even extend it to like friendships, so like
Yeah.
respect,
Yeah.
boundaries,
Yeah.
just how people should treat you, how you should be treated.
Yeah.
I think why not? Like, but now we're taking up the whole school day with all these things.
Not particularly. Yeah, I know what you mean, but not particularly. It could. It could fit in.
Because all of this can be spoken about in the PHSE.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it could be 1 week, this is what we're
Yeah.
focusing on. And then, do you know what I mean? Like, there's things, because back to the relationship point, most people, if you were to ask them, like, oh, what do you deem a relationship to be? I'm sure they'll tell you something that they've seen on TV. If you ask a young person in this day and age, they'll liken it to, I don't know, I just want to be boss, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, or, oh, no, we just want to be like Cardi B and Offset. You know, like
what does
they're
that
going to
actually mean?
liken it to people that they see that looks great. Yeah, we're getting money together, but the toxicity is part of it. The cheating is part of it. Submission or no submission, it's all in the air, and it's all internet and social media, and it just becomes, babes, you're confused. But if the foundation is laid and you have an understanding of what a healthy relationship looks like, then you kind of have something to grow from, as opposed to
I
it
guess
just being.
it's also built.
I don't know
It's
about
also
that
built
one.
by your
you know.
environment and what's at home.
Because I get what you're saying, but I just think, you know, it depends on who's teaching it, their perspectives. It could be. Yeah, I don't know.
It's different to different people.
I think it could go too far left.
I think it should be a healthy overview, respect,
Yes.
trust.
Yeah, but then that's just
it.
relationships generally, not in
That's what
a
I'm saying.
relationship.
Yeah, you can't go into too much because
Yeah, but I
Then
think
you're putting your own opinions.
yeah,
into
but
it.
naturally, you know, teenagers, that's what they want to, that's technically where they're going to really draw it to, isn't it? That's what they really want to know. That's what's current per se or pressing in their mind. Do you know what I mean? It's not really how I relate with Sophie at lunchtime. It's more so how me and Dan.
Yeah, but I mean, they can still do it at a high level. It doesn't need to be so in depth. Do you understand? But I just think that might be why, just like the sex education, that might be why. You know, there's some things that they kind of err away from, because it's just like if you're not sure you can teach it properly or make sure it's healthy or make sure they leave with the right type of teaching, they kind of just err away from it. And I guess the parent. Oh, go on.
No, go on.
No, I was saying some parents probably won't
want it.
Out of that as well. Because why are you thinking about boys? Why are we talking about boys?
Yeah.
But it's not about boys or girls. It's about like a relationship.
Relating with people.
And if you break it down, it's like, okay, your child is going to enter into a relationship at some point in their life.
Yeah.
You want to arm them with the tools that they need to, you know, and be the best version of themselves in that relationship, so to speak. So you don't want them to go into a relationship thinking that their happiness is dependent on the other person, or that things that happen is part and parcel of being in a relationship. No, you need to give them the mentality that I know what a relationship is, and let me take that and adopt it to myself, and then I can step into a situation and be comfortable in that. Do you know what I mean? But then also on the point of not being comfortable to teach it, that's when they bring in experts. So they bring in, but this is it. But again, it's dependent on like this. If things that we wish we could, you know now. On the wish. Like you have experts come in and on one session have one assembly talking about this is what I do for a living. This is what it means, etc., etc. And you'd be surprised how many people will be like, it will spark an interest in their minds. Like they do it for Careers Day.
I think it'd be good as well if there's some type of just teaching you about yourself. You know, introverts, extroverts, what kind of person you are. You know, like just really understanding you.
But then my question is the onus on the school for them to help you know who you are? Or is that for your parents to help you know who you are?
I think with the amount of time you spend at school, I think both parties could have a good play in it.
Look at the amount of time that a lot of children spend at school. So in one class, you'll have up to 30 children. So the onus is on the teacher for them to help them identify who they are.
Understand what it is to be an extrovert. Understand what it is. So you will now pull and be like, okay, I resonate with being an introvert actually. That's kind of me. You know those little skill test things that you can do as well? You can, exactly. They can send it out just so you understand yourself a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because you find that that's when people are developing, and sometimes because your friend's an extrovert, you do what they're doing, but it's not quite you, and you don't really understand why. You know, you're understanding yourself slowly. So I think it will help if there's a bit of context put to it. You know,
I think even following from that, they should do stuff around like self-esteem as well. Because they're doing a lot of anti-bullying. So you're trying to stop people from bullying. What about people that just, you know, just are helpless and just like they just have certain mindsets that could be worked on in school? So I think like self-confidence, self-esteem, like. Loving who you are, accepting who you are. I
think these are all just gaps before you get to the other end. Do you know what I mean? So before the child is suffering with depression or whatever, it's like if there was something in the middle, perhaps they would never have gotten that far. Do you know what I mean? Or people like sex education and learning about money. It's before you get to debt, we've at least taught you. It's the middle ground of each of these things. Like they're just not, they're not really applicable to your day to day. And those are the gaps we're kind of bringing forward, isn't it?
And it's not everything, but just to bring something to your attention that there's even something. Like there's more to learn about this topic. This is actually a real topic. It's not just the way you're feeling.
Theory or
exactly. Like, but if only, guys. If only. If only, guys. If you work in a school, you know, maybe take some tips and hints.
And let us know if your schools are actually doing things and we're just basing it on the old school days. You know, what are schools doing these days? How do we encourage schools to do the right, you know, these type of things that we're talking about? You know, because I wonder if parents even know how to suggest, can you do this? Because one voice is not enough. Do you know what I mean? So who are we supposed to be going to? Is it the school directly? Is there a board? Is there some MP somewhere? You know what I mean?
On that note, you heard what my mate Ayola said. Send in any comments you have, any, like she said, things that you have seen to be getting done. No, guys, honestly, the English that I'm Englishing today is not working. Don't worry, we'll go again. If you know any schools that are doing what we said that they, one more time. Guys, my mom's in Melanin.